Hi, this is the second episode concerning the King Area Nav Computer KNC 610. So first, let's have a look on the main principle of this instrument. So we have everything on that page. So we have on the right the position of the aircraft. This is the VORTAC, this is the VOR station. The goal of this instrument is to know this distance here, rho 3, from the aircraft to a given waypoint. For that purpose, the distance between the waypoint and the VORTAC is entered by the pilot. This is the distance which is adjustable by this knob here. Also, we have to know the radial of that line. This is the angle theta 2 here. And this angle is set using this knob here, the bearing. The aircraft receives two informations. First is the distance between the aircraft and the VORTAC. This is rho 1, so this is given by the DME of the aircraft, the distance measurement equipment. On this setup, the distance is simulated using this potentiometer. The second thing which is received by the aircraft is the radial here, theta 1. So this is given by the VOR station. On this setup, this is simulated by this Rohde-Schwarz VOR generator. And the signal at the output is a composite signal. So this is called on this documentation either video signal or audio signal, but actually it is a composite signal. This signal has two different signals inside. Both have 30 Hz frequency. One is a variable phase signal. The second one is a reference signal, which is frequency modulated by a subcarrier at 9.96 kHz. The radial is the difference of phase between these two signals. So after frequency demodulation, you have two 30 Hz signals. One is a reference phase signal, and the second one is a variable phase signal. The VOR DME mode is a normal mode of a VOR, that is to say, the instrument will display the distance rho 1 here. This is displayed on the first indicator here, and the second information is a radial here. The radial is displayed using this CDI, this course indicator. So first we can test this function. So you can see that if I adjust the input voltage, we can set the distance. The radial is displayed by the CDI. So for example, I can set the radial to 270 degrees, and you just need to select here 270. Okay, and you can see that the needle is centered exactly at 270. So I can change the radial here, for example 90 degrees. So in that case it is identical. I can set 0 degree, for example. Okay, so there is an error. So the error is probably caused by the resolver of this instrument. Normally in a classic CDI, one dot corresponds to a variation of angle of 2 or 3 degrees. So we can check. Here I am not at 0, I will set 0. Okay, so I will adjust the radial here. Okay, the first dot is at 2 degrees approximately. Okay, second one 4.5 or something like that. So there is effectively a variation of radial of 2.2 degrees or something like that. So now let's see the RNAV mode. For the first test, I will align the waypoint to the line between the Vortac and the aircraft. For that purpose, I will set the same angle here, theta 1 equals theta 2. So for that purpose, I will set, for example, the bearing at 90 degrees, and I will set also this angle at 90 degrees. Okay, I will set the distance first, rho 1 here, for example, 50 miles. Okay, and I will set this distance, rho 2, for example, 25 miles. It is the case. We can see that we have a value of 71 miles. So actually we should have a distance of 25 miles because we have a distance here of 50 miles and the waypoint is at 25 miles from the Vortac, but actually we can see that we have 71, so actually this should be 75. So it is like if the waypoint was here, that is to say the angle is not correct. So I don't understand why, but there is a phase opposition. For example, if I change the phase here, so you can see that we have the correct value. So I don't know, because this instrument was tested because it works with different VOR indicators, but it seems that it doesn't work with this instrument. There is a phase shift of 180 degrees somewhere, so I don't understand why, but anyway it works like that. So you can see that we have effectively 24 miles. So we have set a distance of 25 miles from the Vortac to the waypoint. We have a distance of 50 miles here from the aircraft to the Vortac, and the instrument computes a value of 24 instead of 25. It's okay, but we can do another test and we can set, for example, theta 1 here at 90 degrees and theta 2 at 180 degrees in order to have a rectangular triangle here. Okay, so we can set also the distance, the same distance than the distance programmed here, 25. Okay, we can see that we have a distance of 37. Okay, so we have here a distance of 25 miles. Here a distance of 25 miles also. So normally we should have this distance, rho 3 equals 25 multiplied by square root of 2. This gives a distance of 35 miles. So you can see that we are close to this value. Also we can set this distance to 0. In that case the waypoint has the same position than the Vortac. So normally the distance rho 1 calculated should be identical to the DME distance. Okay, you can see we have 24 instead of 25. So you can see that this thing works except the problem of phase. Also I have calculated on that page the calculations of this thing. So this is the Vortac, this is the waypoint, and this is the aircraft. So it is not complicated. You know this angle, this one, so you know by the difference by these two angles, the angle here. So this distance is known, this is the DME distance. This distance B is entered by the pilot. Okay, so you can measure that distance here, D, and after that it is possible to calculate the distance C, so the result is here. Okay, so this is the square root of this thing here. So it depends effectively of A and B and the angle theta 3 here, which is the difference between the radial here and the second radial here. So this is calculated by this instrument using analog circuits. That's the end for the test of this instrument. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.